Hi, hello everybody. Welcome to Viva-Mundo's webinar. Today, we are joined by BI Norwegian Business School, who will be here to discuss all things business and also how to apply. We have a wonderful student who's also from the business school and will be giving her experiences of her time at the university. Now, a few things just to get us started is we do welcome questions throughout the whole webinar. Please do ask. We will be here at the very end to answer all those questions in the Q&A box just at the bottom of your screen. Any questions, like I said, please do ask and we will be here at the very end. I will hand the floor over to you now, Christine.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for joining us for this webinar. My name is Christine. I work in the marketing and recruitment department in BI Norwegian Business School, and I'm joined today with my wonderful student Aishwarya, and she will be talking a bit about her experience and her journey to Norway a bit later in the presentation. So I will be sharing my screen. Hopefully you will see it.
Yeah, can see it all, it's fine.
Perfect. Thank you very much. So I will be talking today about why you should choose Norway, of course, and BI, a little bit about our bachelor programs, our master programs, some practical information, and then we'll also be hearing from our student, which I'm very excited about, and I think hopefully you'll be inspired by her journey. As Stavrola also mentioned, please ask questions. We're here today to answer all of your questions, hopefully. So I will start. Why Norway? There are many reasons to choose Norway, and I've listed a few here. First of all, I have to mention the safety, the affordability of the education, and living expenses as a student. It's hard to compare countries, but Norway is generally considered an expensive country. But however, as a student, there are many smart moves you can take to make it a little bit more affordable. And also the high quality education that you get is very affordable compared to a lot of other countries, like the US and the UK, for example. Highly ranked education. BI is, as I will also mention later, a triple accredited business school. It is possible to work part-time, a little bit on that later as well. Norway is very committed to sustainability and the environment, which we're very proud of. So it is very clean, and it is very it's very different from many other countries, I think. Equality in culture and the workplace. This is something that is very unique to this part of the world, I think, how much emphasis there is on equality, not just in gender, but overall equality. Something that is very important in this country is work-life balance, which I really, really appreciate. We say that we live, we work to live and not the other way around. So we are very much into sharing and keeping our spare time with our friends and family. Very, very important. High English comprehension. Everybody speaks English. I hope Aishwarya can testify to that it's quite easy to get away with English as the means of communication in this country. We also have the Scandinavian leadership model, which is a very flat model, not a lot of hierarchy. It's both students and employers, employees are expected to challenge their professors or their managers. So it's very much a two-way street. Norway has a very strong economy, and we've maintained that strong economy throughout the pandemic. Of course, there has been some challenges here as well, but for the most part, we've done really well. We don't really have much unemployment. If you come to Norway and you consider staying back in Norway and work, it's absolutely possible. We do need skilled workers in Norway. Stunning nature and outdoor activity. I know that the pictures that Aishwarya is going to show you a little bit later show that you can use the nature, which is very much in the Norwegian culture, to be outside and to do outdoor activities. We have a wonderful country for that, and Oslo as well. I mean, the capital is very much an outdoor capital. We are ranked one of the happiest and best countries to live in, which is not just that we're just happy people, but we have a very safe, it's a very safe country. It's a secure country in terms of the healthcare system, and so there's a lot of factor playing into that. And then why Oslo? Oslo is the capital city of Norway. Again, I'm going to stress the safety. I feel very safe as a woman. There's not a lot of crime, and it is it's a vibrant city. There's lots going on. Through the pandemic, we've had some ups and downs in terms of the lockdown, but overall, there's lots going on. As I said, you can be outside, outdoors. It's very green in summer, and we're very white in winter, I guess, with a lot of snow. It is an affordable student city compared to a lot of other cities in Europe, with excellent public transportation, easy to get around. I call it a small, big city. So it's a small capital city with everything that you need. It has a very international environment. And again, English is widely spoken. It is a harbor city, so you're close to the water, you're close to the forest, and the city or the nature or the forest is just a tram ride away from the city center. Also, considering if you want to stay and work after you complete your degree, we have, a large international business community with, large international corporations based in Oslo. And then why BI Norwegian Business School? As I mentioned, we have the Triple Crown accreditation, so which we're very proud of, and we have to work really, really hard to maintain that. One thing is to get a triple accreditation. It's not easy to get triple accreditation, but once you have it, you also have to work really hard to keep it. BI is ranked the #1 business school in Norway. Again, we have to work really hard. There's other good business schools here in Norway, so we have to continuously work hard to keep that position. I talked about affordability. Considering that we're triple crowned, it's very high quality. It is affordable and high quality. It is affordable compared to other schools in Europe with the same type of accreditations and rankings. Talking a little bit about rankings, we are ranked on I guess the most important rankings, so Financial Times, QS, and The Economist. It's getting harder and harder to get high positions on the ranking. So again, we have to work very hard, and we are dependent on good students in these rankings as well. We have a very international environment. We work with a lot of, the top schools around the world, where we send our students on exchange. We receive students on exchange. And we work quite close with some of these schools as well on double degrees and pathway programs. About 30% of the faculty are international. I would say we have a small, BI has a total of 12,000 students approximately in the Oslo campus, where we have all of our international programs. Around 30%, 25% to 30% of the students in the master programs are international. A little bit less on the bachelor programs, but we are seeing an increase there as well. A lot of countries represented, around 100 students, 100 countries represented. Annually, in a normal year without COVID, we would have around 700 exchange students come into BI, which is quite a high number. And all of our programs are internationally recognized. And all of our programs that I will be talking about today are 100% in English. So there's no need for Norwegian language in these programs. Just a little bit about the results. We always have this, excuse me, this graduate job market survey. And from last year's survey, these are the numbers that came out of it. 80% of international students find a job within 6 months of graduation. About 75% of the international students are satisfied with the job that they secured, and 65, so over half of the students were offered a position before graduation. A lot of the students start already in the third semester to apply for jobs. 60% of the international students found work in Norway. So again, over half of the international student population. Then over to our programs. So I'll first just mention the bachelor programs that we offer. We have currently 3 programs entirely in English. As I said, we have more bachelor programs, but the other programs are in Norwegian. Excuse me. So our most general program is the business administration program, where it's quite a generic, I should say, BBA program, where students can choose a specialization in either shipping management, finance, or international business. Students don't register for or don't make up their mind about the specialization before the second year. So they have some time to decide which program or which specialization or major they want to choose. We also have a program in data science. It was formerly called business analytics. It's changed name. And then also we have digital business, which is a new program this year, the digital business program. I'm very excited about that. Very current, and we're seeing a lot of interest for this program as well. In terms of bachelor admissions, most countries outside of Europe, so this is not just for India or any particular country, but most countries outside of Europe will need to have 1 extra year of university education in order to be eligible for a bachelor degree in Norway, not just BI, but in Norway. So for India in particular, students are required to have standard 12 plus 1 year of university education. That university education can be anywhere. It doesn't, we're not very rigid on where that is or what that is, as long as it's part of a university degree. If a student has an IB diploma or A levels, for example, they can go directly into the bachelor program. They do not have to take 1 year of university education. Some important dates, and these dates are the same for master and for bachelor. The application portal, which is online, is open, so everyone's free to apply. There's no admission, there's no application fee. So it doesn't cost anything. There's no risk involved, I guess. Just the work that you have to put into applying. The priority application deadline is March 1st. It is possible to apply after March 1st, but we do recommend that you apply by March 1st. We do have rolling admissions, so the sooner your application has been registered, the sooner we can give you feedback on your application. Another very important deadline is May 1st, where you have to register for housing by May 1st. So this kind of puts a little bit of pressure on the application for the program. So you have to have obviously you have to have an offer for the program before you can register for housing. For students who don't have that or need to have that 1 year of university, we do offer a bridging program or a pathway program, as we call it, in cooperation with Jönköping University in Sweden. So students doing this program here will do 1 year in Sweden and then 3 years with us. So they will get pre-approved, if you like, for our programs. If they get into this pathway program with Jönköping, they are also qualified for our programs, as long as they complete, of course, the Jönköping program. As I said, most countries outside of Europe require this 1 year of university. Doesn't have to be this, but it is an option. Application period for this program is December 2nd to May 2nd. So that's the absolute deadline for this program. Our Master of Science programs, we have quite a few programs that we offer in the Oslo campus, on the Oslo campus. I'll start with the one on the right, the MSc in Business, which is our largest program and perhaps our most flexible program. It is an MSc, Master of Science in Business, where students choose a major, and you can see the majors listed here. There's quite a few, from economics to supply chain management, supply chain and operations management, leadership and change. So there's some different majors. In addition to that, we have what we call specialized masters in fields such as economics, business analytics, leadership and organizational psychology. We have a few finance programs, as you might see, quantitative finance, and then sustainable finance. So some different, and a couple of marketing programs as well. A new program this year is the digital communications management, which is also, we're super excited about that program as well. And we're seeing a lot of interest for this program. So these are the programs that we offer, again, 100% in English. We also have a campus in Bergen, which is on the west coast of Norway, the capital of the west coast, which is also a great city, a student city. We have not as many programs there at the moment, but we do have 2 programs. We have the business program with majors in finance and leadership and change, as well as the Master of Science in Leadership and Organizational Psychology. So those 2 are offered also both in Bergen and in Oslo. In terms of admissions for the Master of Science, a little bit more, I guess, complicated, or not complicated, but it's a bit different than the Bachelor program. So I forgot to mention that for the Bachelor, but for the Bachelor, we don't really have a GPA requirement. As long as you pass all the other requirements, you will be eligible for the Bachelor program. For the Master of Science program, we do have a GPA requirement. In addition to that, as long as you have completed a bachelor degree. From India, we require, I have to say this, we require 4 years minimum from India. So if you have a 3-year commerce degree from India, that would unfortunately not be sufficient. You will have to have 3 years plus then 1 year if you have a commerce degree from India. Students with a tech or engineering degree from India, minimum 4 years, are eligible in terms of the number of years. We do have a GPA requirement of 3.5 on the ECTS scale. Converted, that is approximately 7.5 to 8, depending a little bit on the country. I think from India, we're between 7 and 7.5 on the 10 scale. So it depends a little bit on the country, but around there somewhere. We do also require a GMAT or a GRE. That's an absolute requirement, unless you are from a partner institution. You can find on our website, a list of our partner institutions. Like I said, about 220 of them, so there's quite a few. And then we do require an IELTS or a TOEFL in general, but if you are from India and you have done your bachelor in English, that will be waived. And that goes for all countries. If the bachelor degree has been 100% in English, then that requirement will be waived. So and the same important dates as for bachelor, the portal is open, the priority deadline is March 1st. We do recommend, to apply as soon as possible in order to make sure that you have all the documents. The application portal is, hopefully, I think it is quite easy and intuitive. It will tell you exactly what documents to upload, so you don't have to worry too much about that. But we do require you to have your transcripts, if you have completed your diploma, and they have to be true copies. Obviously, everything is uploaded on the website, or in our portal, so you don't have to send anything by post. Everything is done online. And then we require a motivation letter, a CV, a financial plan, and a copy of your passport. But as I said, the system will tell you exactly what documents to upload. I hope this makes sense. If you have any questions, general questions around this, please let me know. Talking a little bit about the budget, because that's important, I think. I've listed these in Norwegian kroners and in US dollars. So I did do the conversion today, so they should be quite accurate, these numbers. I just have to mention first that all students, Norwegian and international students, actually pay the same tuition fees. So there's no difference according to where you're from. So these will be the prices for all students. Our master programs are approximately $12,200 US per year. I might not have mentioned that, but all of our master programs are 2-year programs, and the bachelor program is a 3-year program. So these prices are per year. The bachelor program is approximately 89,000 kroners, $10,100 US approximately. The business analytics and the data science program for masters is slightly more expensive. It is around $12,900 US per year. If you are considering the pathway program, I've listed them in Swedish kroners, and that would be approximately $21,900 US per year. That includes everything, your living expenses and the tuition fees for the program. Whereas the prices I've listed for the other programs are just the tuition fees. The living expenses, it's a little bit hard because it can be much more than this and it can be less than this. It depends a little bit on how you spend the money and where you live and how social you are and how much you go out to eat. and things like that. But approximately, it's estimated to be around $14,200 per year, and that would be your housing, your clothes, your phone, your everything that you do. Some practical information: you are guaranteed housing as an international student, so you don't have to look for housing yourself. As I mentioned, you register with us and we will tell you exactly how to do it once you become a student. So we will help you through the process. There is no application fee. As an international student, you can work up to 20 hours per week. Once you get your student permit, you automatically also get a part-time working permit. So 20 hours per week is what you're allowed to work. Oh, I see that it's the wrong number here for the salaries for students. It's around 160 kroners, which is roughly, I think, around $14 US per hour. You will be covered by the Norwegian National Health Insurance while you are a full-time student, so you don't necessarily need a very expensive health insurance for the whole year. We do recommend that you have an insurance when you come to Norway for a couple of months before you are registered in the system, but just know that the Norwegian system, as a full-time student, you will be covered by the Norwegian system, which is very dependable and very, very high standard. I use it all the time. Well, not all the time, but I use it myself. So yeah, we can trust the system. If you intend to travel outside of Norway, you will be required to have a travel insurance, as that will not be covered by the Norwegian government. So that will be something that you have to have yourself. I'm not going to go into a detail about the study permit. I just want to mention that we will help you through the process. We will make sure that you get all the information you need. It's quite straightforward. The Norwegian government, or the immigration authorities, are very easy to work with, and I have very good experience with students coming into Norway. Very few get rejected as long as they have all the documents that is required for the permit application. So I have very good experience with that. And as I said, we will help you through the process. Now I'm gonna leave it to Aishwarya to tell her story. I think this is gonna be exciting. I'm looking forward to hearing it myself.
Hi all, so my name is Aishwarya Jha and I'm from India, and I'm here to share with you my experience and my thoughts of living here in Norway and studying at BI. So I'm originally from Jamshedpur, and I did my bachelor's in technology in Kalinga Institute of Industrial Technology, or KIT, Bhubaneswar. And then currently I am a first-year student in MSc in Business Analytics. So that is all about me. And I wanted to talk to you about few things I considered when I was deciding to study here in Norway and at BI. So firstly, I think the courses that BI provides is very fresh and it's very relevant to the current industry needs. When I was going through the course list, I think that was something that really stood out to me, and like that was one of the deciding factors for me. And then there are other reasons, like as I have found out that employability of BI students is pretty high. And every now and then, like BI organizes internship fairs where you can get in touch with companies, you can send in your resumes and basically apply for internships while you're studying. And then my program, MSc in Business Analytics, it allows me to do an internship in the third semester. And that internship can also be a paid internship. So it's a win situation, I believe. And like Christine pointed out, we have like 220 partner institutes. So you can go for exchange if that is something you're interested in. Yeah, and it's BI is such a globally recognized institute that it's really nice to have. If you've decided to invest your money and your time studying here, and it would be a good investment. And also the campus, I believe, is like a really nice centrally located campus. All the amenities that you need are very nearby. There are places where you can eat. Any amenities that you need are nearby. And also the train station, the metro, is right in front of the BI campus. So you don't have to worry about transport either. It's easily accessible. And then the first week that you come here, there will be a orientation week where there are like fun activities, like museum tours. They have escape rooms. And like this time, there was a scavenger hunt as well, like a treasure hunt activity where you could earn goodies, win prizes and gift cards. So those are something to really look forward to. And then, as you can see in the pictures, you have a lot of opportunities for socializing or visiting new diverse places. And yeah, it's fun. You can see that the first picture, it's in front of one of the museums here, which you can go as part of the orientation week. And then the second one is us, me and my friends. All of them are students here at BI, enjoying our New Year's. And then Oslo, in Oslo, you can do a bunch of winter sports during winter times. Like you can rent out skis, or you could even get skis for free. And then you could go ski. I've also started ice skating here. I didn't have a picture for that, but I purchased ice skates, and you can find ice rinks here for free. You can just go skate and come back. Yeah, so it's really fun. And then other things like Christine mentioned, some of the things like the cost of living. I want to maybe talk about that a little bit. I do agree that the cost of living is higher, but then again, you can work for up to 20 hours a week part-time. So if you start earning here, that cost of expense does not seem that high. And like my fellow students who have wanted to work part-time have been able to find a part-time job. So that is not something you should worry about too much. And then one of the concerns I had before moving here to Norway was I thought that it was like a cold and dark country. I had this perception that Norway supposed to be like dark throughout winters, but honestly, that is not the case. It's not as cold here right now. And in fact, I feel more comfortable here in winters rather than back home because houses here are so well heated and insulated. So yeah, you don't really have to worry about cold as much. At least I am pretty comfortable now. And also, I think Christine mentioned about the language barrier, that people here speak Norwegian, unlike UK or US, where you could just be okay with English. People here speak Norwegian. But honestly, for me personally, I have never had a problem at, like, say, a grocery store or a shopping place where people couldn't understand me. Everyone speaks proper, fluent English here. So day-to-day life is much easier. you don't have to worry about learning Norwegian. Obviously, if you learn a little bit, then it's actually a very simple language. I've tried learning French and German before, but I honestly believe that Norwegian is much easier than those languages. And also, I think BI provides free Norwegian courses. I'm currently attending those as well. So I've gotten to learn some Norwegian as well, which is really just a plus. There is no harm in learning an additional language, I believe. And yeah, about finding jobs as well, I know my friends from the second year who already have good internship opportunities from really recognized companies, like global companies, and they're doing pretty well for themselves. And even I have currently applied for a bunch of positions and internships from the BI internship fair. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I think that's it I had to say.
No, I think that's great. It's super to get your perspective, and it's I hope it's interesting for the viewers and the listeners as well. I love your friend's very Norwegian sweater in the New Year's picture there. It's a very Norwegian sweater. But I really appreciate your story about your journey and pointing out some really important things. That is, usually a concern, and for students, not just from India but from everywhere, it's a big leap to go study abroad and to go study in another very different culture and country. But I hope that Norway is welcoming to Norwegian to international students, and that we at least I am, and we are very happy to have this international perspective in our classroom. It's important for everyone, for Norwegian students and for international students to meet and to share experience and to grow. So very excited about that. So I don't think I have anything else. So perhaps we should open up for questions. I just wanted to mention to any one of you in here who are looking for a master's degree, I just want to mention that we are having a virtual Master Day fair on February 1st. So very shortly, in just over a week. So you can sign up, it's free. You can sign up on our website. So I just wanted to mention that if you're interested. So just have a look on our website for the Master Day fair.
Okay,
So,
thank you
yes.
guys so much
you.
for your presentation and your experiences. It sounds really great. We do have some questions up in the Q&A box, so let's start. I think you've already covered this, but if you want to bring up the slide again, what's other requirements for studying business? I'm currently doing an engineering course.
So if you're doing an engineering course, we have several programs that you will be eligible for. We have to remember that this is not we're not offering MBA programs, we are offering MSc programs. So the admission requirements will be slightly different, but we do have programs that are very suitable for engineering students and students with a STEM background. So for example, business analytics, we have quantitative finance, we have data science, entrepreneurship or innovation entrepreneurship. The MSc in business program are unfortunately not suitable for students with a STEM background or an engineering background. Because the admission requirements are very particular, and you have to have a lot of business courses in your degree. So, but a lot of the programs are very suitable for engineering students.
Okay, great. And I know you touched on this about the English speaking jobs, but there is someone asking, how about English speaking jobs in Norway? Is it mandatory to speak Norwegian? But I think you've already said that isn't. But how is it? How easy is it really for gaining a job and growth in Norway?
You don't have to speak Norwegian. You can get by very well without. My recommendation is to do a Norwegian course, learn the basics. If an employer sees that you've made the effort of learning the language, it will get you a long way. Once you're in the job, if you get a job, you apply for a job and you get a job, there's a high probability that the language in that company will be in English, like the working language will be English. So it's, for some jobs, obviously it's important to know Norwegian, but for most jobs, it will be okay with English, but I recommend learning the basics and show an interest in learning the language. It will get you a long way.
Yeah, I agree. And will I gain advice about accommodation and visa?
Sorry, say again?
And will I gain any advice about accommodation and visa requirements?
Yes. So as I mentioned, we will give you all the information that you need and all the registrations, give you information on all the registrations that you have to do, but we will help you with the housing. We will help you with the study permit. You will have to do quite a bit yourself, of course, but we will give you all the information you need and all the documents that you need from us in order to make the process easier or doable, I guess. Yeah. So we will help you with that. Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Now, this person's asking about masters. I know you mentioned there will be did you say an online fair?
Yes, so we will be holding an online Master Day fair on the 1st of February. So everyone's welcome to join. All the information is on our website. I went into the website earlier today, and it's the first thing you see actually when you go into our website right now. So you can just register for that fair. It's free of charge. So so you're more than welcome to join that fair. If you want to learn more and to hear from other students in the programs, to hear from faculty and administration. So it's quite a useful place to be.
Perfect. So there is one question about masters. If they already have a degree, what would be the eligibility requirements? So maybe that would be best if they join you there.
Yes, I think, that's something that we can also answer. And I think if you do have very specific questions about your personal situation, then I think it's best to send us an email at info@bi.no, and we can help you sort out or answer the questions that is specific to you. It's a little bit hard to do that here. But yeah, please just get in touch with us and we can help you.
Great. One more question. Do I need to be vaccinated before I come, or can I get that on campus?
You don't have to be vaccinated, I guess. There's no requirement to be vaccinated here. If you do come, you will be offered vaccination. They're very keen on vaccinating people here, so they'll be happy to. There's no charge for the vaccination either, so they're very, very, very happy if people want to get vaccinated. I think if you're not vaccinated at this point, I don't know what it's going to look like in the fall, but there might be a quarantine involved. But yeah, it is possible to come without a vaccine.
Awesome. All right, and we're on to the last question. I think you have again already touched on this, but I will say, will I be able to work and study? Is there a chance to meet future employers?
Yes. So you can work while you study, as we said, 20 hours per week. BI has a very good career service center that helps not just Norwegian students, but all students, international students as well. And they will be very helpful in assisting you. They can't find a job for you, but they can help you with where to look, I guess, with part-time jobs, with internships. They will help you with CV, writing your CV, prepping you for interviews. And BI has, we have a career portal where jobs are listed. I know that, and maybe Aishwarya can elaborate on that, but I know that students talk to each other, and they, if they know about jobs, they will recommend, recommend jobs to each other or to apply. And so students, my recommendation is also talk to your fellow students, go to career fairs and talk to the career service center.
Yeah, if you can create a network in LinkedIn, that will be helpful as well, because as students who have been former interns, they even sometimes post listings about the current internships available. So you can go through that route as well.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for all of your answers to the questions, and thank you to the students who have provided those for us. Please, if you do have any other questions, all the information is now on the screen for you, and you can be able to reach out to them directly. Christine, any last words? Any last words from you, Aisha?
I just see that there's one question that I probably haven't mentioned here.
Sure.
It's about the expense of the programs and the living expenses, and I think I mentioned that in the program. We do, and there's also a question about scholarships. I haven't talked about the scholarships. We do have a scholarship program, and it's all on our website. You can read about the scholarships that we offer. So you're more than welcome to apply for scholarships. Just if you apply for scholarships, just make sure that you apply before March 1st, because that's an absolute deadline. There's no rolling scholarship admission or acceptance after March 1st. So just wanted to mention that we do have scholarships for international students, and you're more than welcome to look into that. Yeah, okay. And I think that's
everything.
I think that's it.
Yeah, I think so. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. And please do watch, if you are watching on demand or on YouTube, you can always, like I said, reach out to BI Norwegian. Thinking no problem from one of the students there. They will all be in touch with you very soon anyway to reach out and see if you have any more questions. All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a lovely day wherever you are. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.